A city is a sea of lights, but for some, it is a cold, dark place. Beneath the bridges, dreams are often buried by the weight of poverty. Meet Tund. To the world, he was invisible. Just another boy lost in the noise, fighting for a tomorrow that seemed impossible to reach. He stood on the corners of wealth, reaching out his hand. But most people look through those who have nothing, fearing the reflection of their own privilege. Cruelty is a choice. Some use their power to belittle, mocking the struggle of those who are merely trying to survive another day. But Tund knew something they didn't. Dignity cannot be bought, and a spirit forged in fire is harder than any currency. While others slept or played, Tund worked. He traded his hunger for knowledge, learning the language of steel, oil, and iron in a dimly lit shop. Days turned into years. The boy who was mocked became a man of skill. Every bead of sweat was a brick in the foundation of his future. Opportunity often wears overalls. While repairing the failures of others, he listened. He learned that every problem in this city was a doorway to power. He took the risk nobody else wanted. He saw value where others saw waste, and he began to build his empire from the scraps of the city. Transformation is a grind. It is the transition from working with your hands to leading with your mind. Tund mastered both. One bus became 10. 10 became a fleet. The grease on his hands was replaced by the weight of a legacy that reached toward the clouds. Now he looks down on the streets that once ignored him, not with spite, but with the clarity of a man who conquered his destiny. Success is the loudest response to silence. When you arrive, the world has no choice but to watch who you have become. The whispers of street boy were replaced by the silence of awe. They remembered the face, but they couldn't recognize the power. He didn't just join the table, he bought the building. His name became synonymous with the heartbeat of the very city that tried to break him. True greatness is remembering where you started, returning to the same corners not as a victim, but as a guardian of hope. Kindness is a power only the strong can afford. He gave what he once needed, leaving behind the bitterness of the past. The boy you ignore today becomes the man who owns tomorrow. Never underestimate a heart that refuses to quit.